Jeanne Zaino with us. Jeanne, hi.
You just call me Zany.
Zany. Jeanne. Anything could happen. Jeanne Zaino, Professor, Doctor Jeanne Zaino was. Is that politically incorrect, that song, Jeanne? I mean, really. Baby is cold outside. Does it offend you as a woman?
No, and I have to tell you that there. Oh, sorry.
No.
I've never done this before. This is my first time. Thank you.
I stole your microphone. I stole your headphones, actually. Yeah.
No, and I'll tell you how I know, because when you have faculty members sending a story like that around, and I was on a chain where I received it saying, isn't this over the top ridiculous?
Yeah.
Then you know it's gone way too far.
Yeah.
That's my judge.
Yeah.
Because, they're a pretty liberal bunch, the faculty. So if they say it's too far, you know it's way too far.
But you're not really like crazy. You're very objective. But you're very reasonable.
Did you say I'm not crazy?
No, you're not crazy, right? Crazy like.
I don't think so. I think I'm very reasonable.
You were great. That Mediaite article, I told Frankie. Frankie sent me the article. That was great.
Yeah.
Because who are you talking to? Rob Schmidt, who's great.
Rob.
Yeah, he's great.
He used to be local, and then when he first came to Fox, you didn't do this because you're too big for this.
No.
But those of us who are on the lower echelons, we would do the Fox online. Remember, it used to be you don't even know, so you're too big.
Before
the
Fox and Friends,
room,
and
all that stuff. Rob used to do that, so I used to do that with him, and then he showed up on Fox and Friends first. He's very good.
Yeah, they do a great job in the morning, right before Fox and Friends.
It's super early.
Well, it's like 4 o'clock or something.
Yeah.
They're at 4 o'clock, 4:30.
And they do one of these things yesterday where they say you're on at 5:52, so the makeup is coming. Got my eyelashes. I love. Hair not yet. So you don't have hair issues. They don't do my hair. But then they change the time. Oh, no, now you're on at 5:40.
Boom.
And the hair person's like, oh, we can't do that. And then, so I had to go on with my hair like that.
But you always look good, Jeanne.
Thank
the
you,
thing
Joe
is, what they were talking about something, and then about how
Comey's testimony.
And you went in, and they said that the Democrats didn't get what they wanted. And you're saying, wait, it was the Republicans looking for something, and that was very smart.
Yeah, it was the Republicans who invited him in. They still control the House, and they're having him in again in 2 weeks. They said. I don't know if that's
Jeanne, how do you say it respectfully? They had 2 years to do comprehensive immigration reform. They had 2 years to do the wall thing that's happening today with Pelosi and Schumer and the president. Yeah, I mean, don't they hold some responsibility for not getting these things done? The Republicans, I mean.
They do. And interestingly, I have a theory. I think it may actually be easier for the president to work with the Democrats if Pelosi can hold her caucus together, which is the problem that Paul Ryan had and John Boehner before him. Because that's the problem the Republicans had when you talk about should they be blamed, is holding that caucus together. When the caucus gets so big and so diverse, and you have people who are moderates like Pete King from New York.
Yeah.
And he's conservative, but he's more on the moderate side. Then you have some people more on the right from other parts of the country. It's awfully tough to hold those caucuses together.
That's brilliant. You think that they could work out something?
I think it's possible, and we've seen it here in New York. I mean, I have to tell you, I know he's Italian, and we love him. God bless him. Third term Cuomo, but he's going to have a harder time, I think, having a Democratic Senate and a House than he did, or Assembly.
Oh, you think he'll have a tougher time? The governor will.
He's going to be pushed harder. So I think he was able to do some things just like Chris Christie was. Sometimes that they're able, strange bedfellows work. So I don't know.
That's a great analogy.
The president is willing to compromise on a lot of these things. Well,
he said, Frankie and I always talk about it. When we said, hey, President Trump will go in there, he'll go up against the swamp, and he's his own guy, and he will use some social conscious issues. Mike Lindell's coming on talking about the inner cities. It's Donald Trump that we got to talk to the inner cities about. We're the Democrats on this, by the way.
Exactly.
So your point is well taken.
I don't know if you saw the editorial or if you talked about the editorial in the Times. I think it's today about de Blasio and the horrific picture of the woman her child being pulled from her arms. When and those are things they started with a quote of de Blasio talking. Oh, there it is. It's a horrible picture.
Yeah.
And the Times editorial started with, him criticizing Trump for what happened on the border, separating parents and children.
Whoa.
And yet here he is overseeing a city where it's something like, now that's not to say he's directly responsible for it, but their point was he hasn't spoken out against it or talked about it at all.
Yeah, fair enough, I think.
Yeah, I think it's
and
fair.
That poor gal, I said,
it's horrific.
And we unapologetically and totally support the NYPD. They have such a tough job, but this gal,
we don't know quite the circumstances.
But this gal all she needed was a chair.
Yeah.
If there's, and like we're saying, if you got your baby, the mother with the baby, could you sit down? Somebody stands up and gives the gal a chair, or she's on the floor. Can you just let her be on the floor
Exactly.
until she takes care of her business and gets out of there?
Yeah, no, and it's always hard when we see these videos and these pictures. We don't know the context of what was happening, but the mayor should have stepped up and said something. And you're right, because the NYPD have a really tough job, and they do a great job.
So it's a 6:42 with one of our favorite people on planet Earth, Professor Jeanne Zaino.
Now, are you feeling more energetic? I'm worried.
You worried? Yeah, you know what? I think...
I'm worried. What's going on, Joe?
Well, I think I took some supplements overnight. I'm very, very holistic in that regard.
Yeah.
And I could feel very calm, though. Calm to the point where I may just drop.
It's okay. They're going to hold the show together. No, you know what I always say? Do you wonder, like, if you dropped, I always think about this in class, and I say to the students, like, if I passed out, would you just walk over me and leave? Or would you like, call somebody?
No. Kevin McCullough would come in like this, go, I'm ready. Hi, Joe. Ready? No.
I got it.
Are you kidding me?
He's waiting outside to take your chair, actually.
That's what I always wonder. Like, would they know? Like, would they even bother to
Would
call
they care?
911?
No, they
Or
go.
they'd be
We're going to
so
save
excited
ourselves
class
money.
over
Joe is
soon.
down. Put Frankie Five Boroughs on the air.
We're good to go.
It's gonna, we don't worry about a hotel
Like a
room.
year
We're gonna
later.
worry about complaining about the soundboard and the headphones.
All that stuff.
I mean, let them drop. Boom. And I could feel it, but you're perking
I'm
me up.
here
You're
to energize you, Joe.
Oh, but you do. But you do.
I don't know why I'm screaming, as if I need to scream into the microphone.
Where do
Is
you
like
have to go
Regis
with it? Where do you have
Philbin
to-
or something? Didn't he used to scream?
He did. He
Unnecessarily?
was great. I miss Regis.
love him.
I miss Regis on TV.
I do too.
Hey,
he
so
was awesome.
where are you going after this? You got to go all the way to Midtown?
Yep, and to the west side.
Did you drive down again? Did you drive?
Now, I don't want your other guests to be jealous, but now they are helicoptering me.
They're choppering in. Get me to the chopper.
I
Get
know,
Jeannie
you know,
to the
while
chopper.
You're negotiating
No.
your contract,
No.
I just want to say, Jerry, all I do is call. I say, I'm coming in,
Jerry.
and he sends it.
Bring in the chopper. So this is it. No, did you drive down yourself? I know you did.
I did, and
Yeah,
I'm a
doing
little
it.
concerned because I use an app where you pay in advance.
I could pay that garage in advance.
Yeah, I mean, can I say it, or do they need to pay a fee?
He'll never use it. He'll never use
No.
it. His phone will never work properly for him to use.
No,
Like,
but I'm an app guy. Maybe I
It's
could.
called Best Parking, the app,
Cool.
and that's
I
an
have it.
advertisement.
Cool.
I should be paid for
You
that.
should.
I'll get a royalty.
So
on
what
it.
do you do? How do you do? You show the phone to Freddie?
Yeah, you just show it to him. The only thing is, I get there and the garage door was closed, and I go, "Oh, crap!" But then it opened, like right when I got there. I don't know if it has a sensor.
Oh, they probably have a camera. They might have
I
a
was so
camera.
confused because
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh
I
gosh,"
talked to
because I already
Freddie.
paid
I
in
talked to Freddie. I
advance.
knew you were coming.
Thank you.
Open sesame. It's Jeanne Zaino coming. So that's great. But
Yeah,
I still got
Best
a tip.
Parking. Frank has it.
I
That's
do.
good.
It's great.
It's a
Can
great
can
app.
you put your
Really
tip
good.
in? Tip in the app?
I don't think so.
Because I always
I've
tip in personally. I
never
always
done
end up
that.
hitting.
Yeah,
I
I've
always
never
tipping too
done a
heavy.
tip in
I
the
don't think
app.
so.
I don't
I've never
know
seen
You
that.
could do that. But it's great. You know why? Because you put in the address and
Mm.
it pops up with all the options, and then you choose where you want to be, the cost, everything.
Look at you. Hey, so back to politics,
Yes.
if we can, Doctor. Chris Christie as chief of staff. Come on. I think he should get Anthony Scaramucci. Come on. Rip it up down there. Double down, Mr. President.
Now, I want to ask, and Frank may know this.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a female chief of staff?
Very good. Very well said and fair enough.
Not. I mean,
Can Kellyanne Conway? I would like to see Kellyanne if they
I was
did.
volunteering myself, Joe.
Oh.
But go to Kellyanne if you must. Please.
Kind of like
This
the,
is like when he goes to D.C.
Oh, I know.
I mean, everybody
volu-
else's name comes up.
You
No,
volunteered
yeah,
yourself.
Kellyanne, I don't know, though.
I still feel bad
with-
about that.
Yeah, I mean, Kellyanne
Now you have an open
Conway-
invitation to anything at any time. All right.
Thank you.
I feel bad. I went to D.C. Andrew Giuliani
And
called,
then
said
you
we're celebrating the
proceeded
Italian,
to talk about
Americans, and I said, "Oh, Zeno, I should have
Yeah.
called you."
Oh, who do I know that's Italian? No one.
But you think that,
So but I do think Chris Christie has a real shot at it.
really?
He might. I don't know.
Mm.
You know, the good thing is you don't need to be confirmed by the Senate. Not that it would be trouble because it's Republicans. So
It's a great
he
point.
really has
Great point.
wide latitude to
Yeah.
choose somebody.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, but I
He has wide everything. Hey, whoa, hey, sorry. I am
But
so
I'm
sorry.
just
I
thinking
apologize.
he could
The
really
worst.
make
The worst.
sort of history if he chooses a female chief of staff, because it hit me this morning. I don't think we've
Never.
ever
I
had
just looked it up.
Thank
No,
you.
there's never been a female chief
So
of staff.
if this happens, I would like to be paid for this as well.
You know what? We will reach out. We will reach out. Jeannie, you would be great.
Thank you
Because
very
you would
much.
bring
I
all the parties together.
I'm very detail oriented.
You are.
Except on garages. But I really am. Except
Thankfully, you don't have to worry about the
I
parking
wouldn't have to worry
situation at
about
the White
parking
House.
at the
Right.
White House.
Right.
Except
Secret
for
Service handles that.
I
You
have
know what?
good people I work with.
They have an app. The White House has an app.
White House
actually.
has
You
an
can
app
go to the
for
White
parking?
House app to get it.
Could you
yeah.
imagine? The car's here, Mr. President. Wait, what? What happened?
No, that would be me. That would be me.
And I'm telling you, so the consulting firm I work for, what's it called again? You forgot.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't. I have it right here. Applied Techonomics.
You say it beautifully.
Applied Techonomics.
We're going to help you on something that I'm going to keep secret.
Sure.
And we will go in and we will take over the White House and
Yeah,
we
we
will
could
run
talk-
it like a clock.
You could do that
clock,
because
like
I have all
clockwork.
these very very important people who wait, and they love what they hear on the radio. They love the platform, so they say, "Let's buy something." And like I know how to buy. I go to Radio Shack. That's what I know.
We've got it under control. Say no more. I just told you we're going to get
So
this
you can
done.
go Applied Techonomics can talk to
Applied
all the big
Techonomics
guns.
is going to get this done for you.
And just say, hey, Joe needs a property.
I'm not kidding. I got it.
So the good news is, Matt Zambolon told me that indeed we have a new soundboard coming in. See, the station was ahead of me on
Things
that.
are looking up.
And you're the best. And what if I can meet my hotel room? I couldn't get out by noon. You know, I got to get. They kicked me out. You got to leave.
Isn't it?
Can you give me 10 minutes? No, you've got to leave at noon.
Leave.
What is that?
I have had that where it's like, but you know, if you stay at the nicer hotels, they don't do that.
Okay, Jeannie, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
That's a
I don't know
shot.
where you're saying.
Right across the bow. Bang.
I'm just saying, in my
With
experience,
this
when
radio
I stay
station,
at
there are no
really
nice
good ones and
hotels.
Really bad ones. And
You
it
mean the Holiday Inn Express? You mean I could up myself to the Holiday Inn Express or
No, remember
Club Quarters,
what
baby?
was the
She's
where
so
where
funny.
did we go in New Jersey last year? Where I came and
The
you did-
Boondocks out there? Yeah, we were.
Oakwood.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no, but what was that event?
Oh, it was a business.
It was a business
breakfast.
breakfast.
Remember where
Thanks for
you guys
remembering.
stayed?
It really left
Remember where you
indelible.
guys stayed for
Holiday Inn
that?
Express.
Now that was a fancy hotel.
Were you at that hotel? You were at that?
No, but you guys were. You told me.
They did a good job.
They did.
They
a good
did a great job.
Now, did they kick you out? Or
No,
you probably
no.
left early?
Thank you. Not only that, I got Chinese food.
Yep.
Remember, Al? I got Chinese. I
don't remember.
I had the gym. I had the gym that worked, and they didn't kick me out at 12 noon.
See?
It was because Frankie. I had to go with Frankie to have a drink at a bar. Oh please! He got me. He
that
got me.
wasn't-
To,
That was this past year.
That time no one got kicked out, but the time before that,
Yeah.
you gave me your room because I checked out before our show because they stressed this.
we
new
shared. We
checkout time.
shared. There was a
Exactly.
double bed. There
You
wasn't
guys
one
had
bed.
to stay.
It was a double
Joe
bed.
had to go do Neil Cavuto,
Yeah.
and he said, Frankie Five Boroughs, you could sleep in my room if you need a nap or something. Because
Yeah,
I was just
I
sitting
remember.
there.
Yeah.
And Joe said as he was leaving to the counter, he said extended checkout. Right? He just said
Yeah.
it. He didn't wait for any
Excuse me.
acknowledgement or anything.
Was it honored?
No, it was not.
They came in and pulled you out of bed.
Yes, they start banging on the door like a bill collector come 12:01. No, I said Joe said I could have an extended checkout. They said we don't know anything about that. We never agreed to that.
All
We
right.
leave this room.
We gotta move on, but no, we have to note female chief of staff, Mr. President, please. And then
Jeanne Zaino and Applied Economics are coming in to take over. We're also going to help Joe with his. Don't talk about it though publicly, Joe. Okay.
we won't. We'll talk about. But
We
I will
work very
up my
underhanded.
game
I mean, not
in
underhanded in a bad
hotels.
way.
Up my game
Up
in
your
hotels,
game in the hotels.
and I won't get kicked out
When
at 12.
You
No.
stay at certain, like if you stay at the lower end, they need to turn over those rooms.
Yeah,
But at
right,
upper
you're
end,
right.
oh, he's
You're
gonna
right.
kill us.
You're right. And,
I
and
gotta be quiet.
Somebody's got to escort you back to your car. Come on, we got to get back to your car. Good to see you, Jeannie. Thank you.
So
You're the
good to
best.
see-
You
do
are the best.
Feel more energized.
I do. You totally picked me up. Debbie Duhame and Jeannie
Hi,
Zaino.
Debbie.
And,
Hi, Jeannie. Hi.
Hey, Debbie, how are you? It's
I'm doing
we're
great.
just trying to get.